Welcome to the Enterprise Architect Information Portal video, Permission System. Today we will introduce permission model of the Enterprise Architect Information Portal. Permissions can be managed on two levels, on the portal itself and the single repositories. Let's focus on the portal level. The portal management menu includes commands for its administration. Regarding permissions, we will consider User Management Command and Permission Management Command. This command shows a filterable list of all users, their assignment to single EA repositories, and their permissions within the assigned repositories. The list can be filtered by various parameters: equal, not equal, contains and not contains. It is also possible to filter multiple columns at once. The whole filter can be removed again by a single click. By using the Permission Management command, the users can be assigned portal administrative permissions. The user with such a permission can administer the whole portal, including all repositories. This is the most powerful permission in the application. Of course, the administrative permission can be not only assigned to the user, but also removed. Furthermore, we can configure a connection to the Active Directory, and the user can be authenticated via Active Directory. In the future, an OpenID should be implemented as well. In the list of portal users, it is possible to set user access to single EA repositories together with the basic permissions. In a similar way, the user can be added to the EA repositories administration. The user permissions can be removed again. Now we will log out of the portal admin account. Let's log in as a user we set up in the previous step. First, we need to check available repositories. On the EA repository level, we can work with user groups as well. The groups can be created, edited, removed, and their members can be assigned all possible permissions that can also be assigned to single users. These groups are separated from those defined directly by EA tools, as the portal users do not necessarily have an account in EA itself. To be able to create a group, we need to enter its name and description. Let's switch to the list of users and create a new user. If we create a user within repository, the application verifies their possible registration on the portal level. If so, the user is only assigned to the repository. The already registered user is only granted repository access. A non-registered user needs to be created and again assign the repository access. The admins of EA repositories can by no means view the list of all portal users. The list is accessible to the portal admin only, as shown in the previous part of our video. This is for safety reasons, to disable the EA repository admins to view the lists of other users. In a similar way, it is impossible for any user to access data without having the appropriate permission, assigned by admin of a related EA repository or by portal admin that represents the highest level of user access permissions. Now we will log into the newly created user account. As the user hasn't been assigned any permissions so far, they can't view the content of the EA repository and can only administer their application settings. Next, the user is assigned basic access permissions to the EA repository tree. Let's switch back to user and check the user interface changes after the permissions have been assigned. On the left, There are several new icons that allow the user to view and edit EA repository content. However, the publishing module icon is still missing. We switch back to admin and assign the user publishing permissions. Nevertheless, in this case, the permissions are not assigned directly to the user, but to a group the user belongs to. After switching back to user and refreshing the page, or just clicking anywhere else, the group permissions are refreshed and the user gains access to the publishing module. Unlike EA, the portal has a complete permission system for packages, including the read access. All permissions are applied to sub-packages in a hierarchy, unless there are permission changes on any of them. It is possible to set a default visibility for each package. The package and its entire content, including all sub-packages, is visible by default. Afterwards, the access can be disabled by package owner or admin for selected groups or users. Another possibility would be restricting read access by default and access assignment to selected users or groups only. The last possibility of doing so are inherited settings from the parent package. In the previous steps, we removed the package default visibility, which means that our test user has lost the package access. When it comes to the situation the user is allowed to view a package but doesn't have permissions to view its parent package or the whole parent branch, the only visible part is the name of the parent packages without their contents. EA Infoport recognizes several permission types. Aside from the view permission that enables users to view a package and its entire content, there is a reviewer permission, editor permission and owner permission. These permissions do not include EA repository admins or portal admins that can view anything at any time. The user with reviewer permission isn't allowed to directly edit the repository content, but can add notes to a diagram, change status of an element, and contribute to a discussion. Using the reviewer role is described in one of the following videos. Another type is edit permission. The user assigned this permission can edit package content, including diagrams. The changes made appear directly in the EA repository data. Again, the edit possibilities are discussed in one of the following videos. The owner permission is similar to the one of the editor. Moreover, the owner has the possibility to assign any permission to a package or a branch they own to the users. The owner also sets the default visibility. All permissions can be assigned both to single users or user groups. A specific permission is delete permission. The editor can edit package content but isn't allowed to delete. To be able to delete, the user needs to be assigned the appropriate permission. The reason is simple: protection data from accidental deletion. On the contrary, a package deletion by the user can cause deleting considerable part of the repository the same way as an enterprise architect. Publishing module has its own permissions. The whole description will be introduced in one of the following videos. Don't forget to check out other videos to learn about other capabilities of EA Infoport.